Welcome to Academic Web Services Training. I am your host, David Pinter. And in this session, what we're going to be talking about is creating spaces around images. Now, here's an example of what happened. This right here is the original Word document that we had, and has a nice spacing along the right side and the bottom. But when it got converted to a Calibre EPUB file, as you can see, the text is now butting up against the right side of this image. So what we want to do is we want to be able to add some code in here to fix this particular problem, and not just do it to this image, but to all of the images inside of the document. So let's come down here and take a look at the code that we're looking for. Pull this up. And it's saying, take this right here that's in red, this image source images, and then replace it with this long line of code here. And all it is telling you that every single one of these images has an image code to it, and we're going to add a style to it and giving it a little bit of space on the right side. As you can see in this image here, here's what it looks like, and this is what it's going to look like in the end with a nice clean space around it. So let's find this in the HTML document. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to here and then come down to the find, and make sure, by the way, that we're in the actual HTML portion of this, not the CSS, but the HTML. And we're going to come down here and simply paste that in. So there we go. That's what we're looking for. And now what we want to do is we want to replace it with this here. So I'm going to select that, copy it, go back to our Calibre editor, and then paste this into the replace input box right here. It's going to be looking for this, the find, and it's going to replace them all with this one. So let's come over here to the replace all, and let's see what happens. So it's telling us that there were 32 images in this document, and it replaced 32 of those. And as you can see, we have a nice gapping space between the text and the image right here. Now, when I click on the image, you'll notice that it placed it beautifully right here. So now if I think that this gapping space is a little bit too wide, I can go over here and make some adjustments. Now, the padding here comes in 4 variables: the top, right, bottom, and left sides. So just like a clock, you go to the top, the right, the bottom, and the left. So the second one here, in fact, would be the right side. So if I want to close that up a little bit, I'm going to type in 8. Let's go with 8 pixels, and let's see if that kind of tightens it up a little bit. And there you go. So it's about the same as the one underneath it at the bottom as the one on the right side. So that's pretty close. That looks good. And there you go, adjusting spacing around images inside of Calibre.